Following the release of a special counsel report regarding U.S. President Joe Biden's retention of classified information as a private citizen, Biden spoke at a televised address at the White House and took questions from reporters where he emphasized the report's conclusion.
That no charges should be brought against me in this case.
And highlighted the scope of the investigation.
This was an exhaustive investigation going back more than 40 years.
Reading from the special counsel's report, Biden refuted that he, quote, willfully retained the documents.
The decision to decline criminal charges was straightforward. The evidence suggests that Mr. Biden did not willfully retain these documents.
Biden's lawyers earlier blasted the report for what they said were inaccuracies and gratuitous swipes at the president. Russian President Vladimir Putin said in an interview that aired on Thursday that Russia will fight for its interests, but has no interest in expanding its war in Ukraine to other countries such as Poland and Latvia. VOA's Rick Pantaleo reports.
In a video from the Tucker Carlson network, Russian President Vladimir Putin spoke for the first time since before the Russian invasion of Ukraine with an American journalist.
The threat I think you're referring to is a Russian invasion of Poland, Latvia, expansionist behavior. Can you imagine a scenario where you sent Russian troops to Poland?
Only in one case, if Poland attacks Russia. Why? Because we have no interest in Poland, Latvia, or anywhere else.
Tucker Carlson said the interview was conducted in Moscow on Tuesday. Rick Pantaleo, VOA News.
You'll find expanded coverage of world news and events 24 hours a day at voanews.com. And for pictures, video stories, and more, follow the Voice of America on social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. This is VOA News. A former advisor to then-President Donald Trump has lost his bid to stay out of prison while he appeals a conviction for contempt of Congress. AP correspondent Jackie Quinn reports.
Peter Navarro, a close advisor to then-President Trump, was found guilty of defying a subpoena issued by the committee investigating the January 6th insurrection. He was sentenced to 4 months in prison. Navarro filed an appeal last month, his comments afterward drowned out by detractors outside the courthouse.
Whether a senior White House aide and alter ego of the president can be compelled to testify.
A U.S. District Judge, Amit Mehta, says Navarro must report to serve his sentence unless a federal appeals court intervenes. Navarro had said his prosecution stems from political bias, but the judge called that a, quote, cynical, self-serving claim. I'm Jackie Quinn.
The nation's cybersecurity agency is launching a program aimed at boosting election security in the states. Officials with the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency hope it will shore up support for local offices and provide reassurance to voters that this year's presidential elections will be safe and accurate. The agency, known as CISA, introduced its new Election Security Advisor program Thursday at the National Association of State Election Directors. Among the most daunting are potential cyber attacks by foreign governments. One agency official said, quote, nation-state adversaries China, Russia, Iran, North Korea are a particular concern. The European Union's Climate Change Monitoring Service reported Thursday last month was the warmest January on record. VOA's Jeff Custer reports.
The EU's Copernicus Climate Change Service reports 2023 was the planet's hottest year in global records going back to 1850, pointing to human-caused climate change and the warm Pacific Ocean water phenomenon El Nino for boosting the year's temperatures. But Britain's Royal Meteorological Society chief executive Liz Bentley told Reuters News even an entire year over the Paris Climate Conference standard does not mean it's too late.
We're not there yet. There's still an opportunity, a window of opportunity to dramatically reduce the amount of fossil fuels that we burn. So we know what the problem is, burning fossil fuels. We know what our limit is to try and stay below 1.5, and we have the solutions to get us there.
Jeff Custer, VOA News.
The military says efforts are underway to recover the remains of 5 U.S. Marines who were killed when their helicopter went down during stormy weather in the mountains outside of San Diego. The military confirmed 5 deaths Thursday. Authorities say the CH-53E Super Stallion vanished late Tuesday night while conducting a flight training on their way back to Marine Corps Air Station Miramar from Creech Air Force Base. The craft was discovered Wednesday morning near the mountain community of Pine Valley.
Thank you for watching. Can you do me a favor? Please leave a comment in the comments section below. That would really help. Thank you, and see you again soon.